is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't take anything personally. Become immune to poison. The whole world can gossip about you. If you don't take it personally, you are immune. Immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of the second agreement. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 19, NASDAQ up 8, S&P's down 2.5, gold contract down $11.30, trading at $12.81 an ounce. Silver down 19 cents, $17.43 an ounce. Copper up 6 pennies at $2.61 a pound. Light sweet crude flat, $45.69 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.22. 30-year bond down 7 ticks, 155.20. Now, what you have here, this is going to be an interesting close, folks, because what we have is this. You have notes and bonds. They've rejected lower price, dramatically lighter volume. They're already in an ABC structure in the way up. They want higher price. That along with what? With good old King Dollar. King Dollar right now is up 182 ticks, trading 96.890. Now, King Dollar was up 350 ticks and had an expansion of volume behind the move. As we come into this close out here, they're selling off King Dollar once again. Bottom line, at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to get the election results out of Great Britain. And more than likely what you're going to have here is they're going to sell off the dollar again. You're going to see the pound go from a negative to a positive, the euro go from a negative to a positive. The euro is trading at 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 109.96 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You get another sideways move out here. Market shakes, bakes everything off. Doesn't affect it. What we did out here today is this. You got to a price point in the SPY of 244.33. Now, what that has done is that has tested your last high out here from the 2nd of June, which is 244.35. We have 46 million shares traded thus far. That is going into 88 million. So it's going to be intriguing watching this, because if we close right where we are, that's a failure on price and volume, and we'll see if anything becomes of it tomorrow. That's your Dow. That's the S&P. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials did the exact same thing. Dow got up over this number really well. The Dow got to 21,265. That can't be right. 265. That's a bad tick. There's no way. Did the Dow really get to? I got to check this. 1 second, folks. Okay. I didn't. It did. Holy cow. Okay. Then, if I was in a meeting when that was. Yes, my man Basil Chapman double-checked it. Well, guess what, man? This is the top of the market, folks. It's over. That's a beautiful thing. So check this out. Okay, this is intense. So the Dow Industrials got to 21,265. We're at 21,153 right now. And this is going to be really freaking cool. Okay, so we're at 546. You get 546 million thus far. That means we're going to do probably about 800. Let me go back to March 1st. Took everything out. March 1st. You're dealing with, okay, 1 billion. Yeah, this is going to be a test of the March 1st high, a give up in spades. Okay, this is action, man. We get action here. Let me go into the composite. We take a look at the composite. The composite out here, that's still at highs. Oh, man, the NDX and the composite, the trip. Okay, so the composite reached a new high, 63.18. 63.10 was the high. You know, that's going to close underneath it, but bottom line, that has to basically give back quite a bit to change that trend. We go take a look at the NDX 100. That's also at a new high. Gold contract. Now, we had some action in the gold market today, folks. Bottom line, gold goes down to $1273.50, rejects lower price. You are at $1281 right now, and all gold had to do is stay over this $1275 area. It did it, and what we are going to have, now that's an expansion of volume, but it's still lighter volume than how we went topside and broke that B to a C. Actually went topside because the gold contract broke the B point, but it had lighter volume. So this is what we're backing into. We're backed into 272,000 contracts, as well as 286,000. So you're going to be, you back down, you have lighter volume, rejected lower price. We go take a look at the silver market. Both gold and silver, they whacked those babies, and they whacked them good. Silver right now is down 1.1%. You're trading at $17.49. The number in silver that had to get it back over, which it did, is $17.45. Right now, what you have, we back down, and we back down monster volume in silver. You're talking about 106,000 contracts. But bottom line, guess what? You haven't broken a swing point. This wants higher price. You already have a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. 1810, that's where we're going. Notes. Now, the note market, what's so cool here as we come into this close, which is going to be really exciting, is the note market and the dollar are bottom line saying flat out that we, and particularly that, you know, I missed that Dow move. Bottom line, that is a huge rejection of higher price and a huge failure. You put that together with this bond and this dollar, and I suspect that we're here. So we're going to find out real quick, meaning in the next 24 hours. So 10-year note goes down to 126.07. Does 1.1 million contracts. You're going against 1.5 million. It rejected lower price. This wants higher price, lower yield. 30-year, exact same type of setup. 30-year got down to a price point today of 153.28. You're at 154.10. And good old King Dollar, as we come into this close out here, King Dollar is going to be the most important one out here. King Dollar is trading 96.940. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 19, Nasdaq's up 11, S&Ps are off 1.5. We're going to right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now down 13. The Nasdaq's up 12. S&Ps are off $1.50. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the first hour. And, folks, Basil's got a great program right here at TFNN every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, you can get Basil's newsletter. You come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters. You'll go to The Opening Call. You can test drive that 30 days absolutely free. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
So the Dow actually got up to that level, huh? That was
But it was earlier on, there was a sudden push. It suddenly went up 65 points, and then a little more, and then all of a sudden started giving it back.
They gave it back in spades. That's pretty wild, man. Yeah. Okay.
You know, there are a couple of things that we should talk about.
Okay.
One is, within my work, within the context of the Chapman Wave methodology, we're always looking for that peak D, the 4th highest peak, and sometimes you can go a little higher.
Yes.
But what's really important about this is that I also look at some other technical indicators. But within the context of the markets, what it's been very difficult to do, because the traditional oversold levels have not produced the kind of setback that we had for not years but decades. So this mega bull market from the 2009 low, we only had 22% correction.
Okay.
And so what has happened is that every correction has been a rolling correction or a rotational correction. And I'll explain what I'm looking at here. And it'll be fascinating to see what happens with the election results and a whole bunch of things over there. Right now we're in leg E. This is where I start to get very cautious on whatever we're looking at.
Now, is the first one, Basil, a daily?
This is a daily on the left.
I got
it. In the middle is on the right. You can see the little template that I drew with this. It looks like a...
Oh, I see it now. I got the top. So daily, weekly, monthly. Okay, cool.
Good. So now let's go through this. In the daily chart, we've gone to a leg E. The candle that's forming right now, it's not a very pretty candle, but if you look at the MACD is holding pretty well.
Yeah.
Stochastic is still at 90%, but you can see that the two lines, the two faster and slow moving averages are turning down. On balance, volume has just been terrible throughout this whole rally. So when I've been talking about a consolidation in the Dow for 13 weeks, this turns out to be the 14th week. And look, at this particular point at 21,164, We are 5 points away from the March 1st high.
Yes.
So, okay, so I want to put this into perspective. You mentioned earlier on about the Qs, which is, of course, that includes many of the top NASDAQ stocks, but it does include a Facebook, because NASDAQ now isn't just 4 letters, so it's a mix. But what's really important about it is that the rotation has been that the Qs went to new highs. And my thinking was that the Dow would fail to make a new high, the Qs would make a new high, and then the Qs, that's the NASDAQ Index 100, QQQ series, would pull back sharply, and then the market would pull back for a little bit longer, and then we'd conclude with the NASDAQ having a consolidation, and then we would see whether or not the bank stocks and the Dow now has 5 financials.
Yes.
That's the most that it's ever had, which in many ways for me is kind of a perfect mix. But this could be the reason why the Dow actually holds quite well. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, I've got between right now, as we're looking at it, leg E in the daily, all-time high, but just a nominal new high. I've got, if I go through these, the S&P just failed by a fraction to make a new high, but the MACD is still good, stochastic's still good. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, let's go through them one at a time. The QQQ series, new all-time high, pulling back, but it's in leg C. So this is really close to a D. It's within 2-3 days. By Tuesday, I would not be surprised if the QQQ series has made some kind of a top. If you look at the XLK, which is the tech sector,
yes,
it's in leg D. So here again, in the Chapman Wave methodology, D is where you start. Look at this D gave you that very sharp pullback. That's when the Dow had that 400-something point pullback. And now we're at D again. So there, okay. Now the third one is the SMHs, which is the semiconductor ETF. It
yes,
is the market vectors, and you're looking at it, and it's in an F. Now this could be a recycle, but this is somewhat extended. So I'm just going to say I'm watching this one closely because the semiconductors led us all the way up. I think that you need the semiconductors to break from the 88s right now. By Wednesday or Thursday, in a week's time, you need to see the SMHs below 86, 85. The support goes under that, and we're starting to get that consolidation. So now I'm trying to put the little ducks in order and to say we are really close to some kind of a consolidation. However, all of a sudden, what do we get? We get the XLF spiraling higher today. And that's on the assumption that the Fed is going to raise rates. Well, if you look at rates, the TLT has had a spectacular move. We've actually been long the TLT.
yes,
It made a peak E, and it's just pulling back. It's holding support. This is going to be key for us looking at what happens to yields, because yields have pulled back very sharply. I'll show you this chart. We looked at it last week. Remember, I was looking at this. The 30-year is the white, the TYX. The 10-year is in brown. It's the T-note yield, and this is the 5-year. And you can see they're making lower lows and lower highs. It's a big deal. If the Fed even raises rates, so we could rally a little bit. I use this line, this horizontal line, to say, we've been here before in yields. So I don't think yields are the issue, but here's this thing that I'm looking at closely. The iShares of the Global Timber and Forestry ETF is Wood, W-O-O-D.
yeah,
It's making a potential peak F top today, this week, if there isn't any new high, and it's an E in the housing sector. That might correspond with the Fed saying that they're going to raise rates. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, I decided that we would trade on a very short-term basis. We'd go to the 3 times long
okay,
IWM a couple of days ago. We grabbed it because I said if you've got the Q's new high, you've got the S&P then comes in with a new high, then the Dow and the New York Stock Exchange on the same day made new highs. What's left? You got the IWM. So I think the IWM is very close. It has to go over 141.82. And all of a sudden, you've got leg D in the monthly chart. And if you want to look at this, look, that's leg D. I always say D is where you've got to be a little bit careful. So you've got D. That would be a D in the IWM. The Dow has already gone to a D, and then it just squeaked to an E. The S&P is in a D. So you've got all these very important indexes in the monthly chart finally saying, we're at a point where maybe we have a sudden sharp pullback. It might be price more than time, and then we'll see. So I'm getting ready for that potential. I don't say it's there yet, But all the little ducks are in order, and we're going to be watching. And I think it's the same. I'm looking at an inflection point in gold, the dollar, crude oil. This could be a very important coming up next week. Very important week.
Get the ducks in line. If it wasn't a duck, I'd shoot it. I love animals.
But don't forget, we've still got in the Dow, we've got the monthly stork leg. That's the one.
I'll shoot that stork leg, man. I'm telling you, man.
But so, the IWM is soaring today.
It is.
They have some financials in it, and that's helping it. We'll see if these guys all get their little ducks in order.
Totally. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters. You go to the opening call. You can test drive Basil's newsletter 30 days, absolutely free. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Here's a great show. Now, no matter where you're listening right now, remember you can get us 24 hours a day right on your cell phone, TFNN.com.
Tomorrow
Tiger
will be
TV.
great with the results from the election.
Thanks, Basil. Have a great one.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to GE and take a look at GE. So, GE out here, folks, hasn't been able to catch a bid in a long period of time. You're trading $27.62. And if we take a look at this, what you're going to see is that, so the peak of GE goes back to 2000, which is pretty amazing, $60. You take a leg down in the crash, it gets to $5.72. You do a nice counter trend bounce up to 33, you're at 27. We'll see where it goes. The news out there today, though, you talk about a change. It's a change. Well, this change has been going on for quite a while. Bottom line, though, is that now they have put on the market the last part of how good old Thomas Edison, when he founded GE, they plan to sell their light bulb division. They got it up for sale right now. Bottom line is that GE's got into the large industrial business, has been in there for a long period of time. What absolutely smoked them was the aspect of the financial business. They were in the funny money business in a huge way in 2000 going all the way up to 2007. Bottom line, that imploded. They've been trying to come back since that time. So they're going to sell the last part of the light business. The thing that's amazing, going through this article right here, this is pretty wild. So the light business in itself, folks, only generated a profit of 2.2%, 2.1% profit margin. You don't want to be in a business with 2.1% margins. That's like, see you later. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market, and this is going to be a low volume market out here again today. And of course, what is happening is this. It's going to be intriguing coming into Friday. This is why. We're in the summer. Monday, Friday, you get slow trading. We've had slow trading all week. The aspect of the election results from the UK will come out at 5 o'clock, and we'll see what that does to the futures. What I do expect you're going to see is that it's going to move the currencies. Right now, in the higher volume stocks, Yahoo's the mover. They finished the deal sending Yahoo Internet over to Verizon. Bottom line, that deal got done today. That's up $4.95. U.S. Steel is up 87 cents. NVIDIA, forget it. This is just, it gets interesting. Let me look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is up $9. They're just taking them to cleaners on this thing. This is pretty amazing. So NVIDIA, and there's only a 5.3% short position in that. Bottom line, it's up, and it's up big. that is a trip in itself. Okay, so U.S. AK Steel is up 28 cents. You have Citigroup up $1.58. We're going to get to those financials. Nordstrom is up $3.60. Now, Nordstrom, the family came out and said that they may bring that private. That's the founding family. Comcast is down $1.14. You get Wells Fargo up 59 cents. Freeport McMoran's up 33, and you got Microsoft off 57. If we go over, let's go take a look at the J.P. Morgan first. JPM. J.P. Morgan. Okay, so you're up $1.21, and this baby's going up right from the get-go this morning. You have so you're coming into 24 million, and you've done 14. This is still a counter trend bounce. This doesn't do a thing, folks. And that's intriguing, too. And I suspect the reason that is moving out like that in the financials in general is that there's a bill that is going to get pushed out next week that is going to try to basically unleash the banks again, like they're not unleashed already. But bottom line is that, it's pretty amazing that the banking structure itself, they claim their hands are tied. They claim that they are not lending. They've never made so much money, folks. That's the amazing part. They've paid billions and billions of fines. They've made plenty of money, but guess what? That's still not enough. So bottom line, what's going to happen? The consumer's going to get screwed again, and in a huge way. And what I've seen with the banks is, what's intriguing about the banks is that no matter how many billions the banks make, they want yours and mine extra $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40 every single time. They don't stop. And they're so good at it, it's amazing. And that goes from the very top to every teller. They got it down pat. They got it down pat. And when we look at it, I remember when this first started, with fees, they go, what's this fee? What's that fee? What's this fee? Bottom line, the airlines took a lesson off the banks. Guess what? Those fees, they start off $5. Now they're up to $35, $50 for doing anything. By the millions, that's where they make money hand over fist. We go take a look at the, and of course they got to make the extra money to pay off all the fines they get, because whatever they can get away with, they will try to get away with. And that's not going to stop. If you've learned anything, what you should wrap your head around is that they went through a bust. Taxpayers saved them. They're making a fortune, and guess what? They're going to rip apart the regulations once again so they can do it over again. And they're absolutely going to do it over. And why wouldn't you do it over again? Because if you put yourself in your position and you got away with that, and there's plenty of people that got away with it and retired and sitting fat and happy, why wouldn't that structure do it again? Because guess what? If no one went in the can for the last downdraft, no one's, well, not in our lifetime. We're not going to see it. Some of the Dow stocks out here, you have Honeywell up 82, you get IBM up 99. Johnson & Johnson's down 35. You get Caterpillar up $1.51. You got Exxon down 6. Now, the oil stocks are still having a hard time catching a bid. Exxon is at $80. Bottom line, you get the high volume low at 79. Wants lower price. You go to Chevron. Chevron was actually breaking down. Let me see what it looks like right now. Okay, so Chevron's up 41 cents, still laying at these lows out here. Chevron still wants 102. If we actually go look at the oil market, oil right now is down 0.1%, and this can't hold price either. You know, oil's at 45.90, and what's gained down here is 44.45. That's the last swing low that's out here. And what happened there is that oil had a huge day. It rejected lower price, went up, ended up going down $3 and going up $3. Gasoline, we're going to have inexpensive fuel this summer, folks. You get unleaded ready to blow out this bottom. Now, unleaded is a good indication also where the actual crude contract wants to go. So your swing low and unleaded is 144.94. We're at 148 a gallon right now. This little baby just can't handle higher price. Oh, it just can't handle the price, period. It's been a one-way trade. So I expect 144 is at least going to be tested. We'll see whether it's going to just blow it away. 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 7. Nasdaq's up 19. S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is flat. NASDAQ is up 19. S&P is a flat. And let's go over and we take a look at the UK, because what we're going to have is this, is that at 5 o'clock tonight, we're going to start getting info out of there. The way that the UK works, folks, is that when the polls are opened, there's a news blackout, that they stay right with it. So if we go first to the FTSE, or what you're looking at with the FTSE, FTSE out here today, I want to make sure I got the right day here. So, yeah, okay, so we're down 28 points here today, 74.49. Now, you get back inside 74.47, that is saying it wants lower price. So we'll see if, in fact, it looks to me like tomorrow that's right where it actually wants to go. It went down to the 73 area. Pound, because what we're going to have here is that we'll see what the market thinks about the pound. And because when you remember when Theresa May basically decided that she wanted an election, she wanted the election to show how strong she actually was. And when it started, bottom line, she was 20 points ahead. Jeremy Corbyn, okay, who is the leader of the Labour Party, bottom line, tightened that race up. And, as of last night, that race was only like 5 to 7 points. Okay, so that is that's a tight race. Now, when I look at the pound, it's like, okay, the pound already went topside. You're at 129.40. That wants higher price. So we're going to see where this thing shakes out. If we take a look at the euro right now is at 112. That thing looks like it wants 116. We're going to get somewhat of a indication as we come into our own close here in the next 15 minutes. Dollar-wise, dollar index-wise, just what this means. Right now we're at 96,960. And if you close over this 96,940, that's saying that, yeah, this dollar index can finally get a counter-trend bounce. Thus far, it hasn't happened. But the way that is looking at that, it looks to me like you close over there, then you could get a little bit higher tomorrow inside the dollar index. Let's go take a look at, let's see, palladium. Yeah. Let me find this. Where's that palladium contract? Whoops. Okay, so I got this contract. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is a trip. Okay, so palladium is trading 854. Yeah, there's some volatility there. Palladium just went from 833 to 857 today after going downtown yesterday. The thing that's amazing is that when you actually look at this is, number one, that you get palladium trading at 854 and platinum is only at 938. That's a total disconnect, folks. Okay, if you're going to buy something, go buy platinum, and the difference, is dramatic. It's been years now, meaning I think we're running on 3 years that platinum has been under the price of gold, but that is very unusual. And I can just tell you from a standpoint about what's out there in the world and what it takes to basically get that out of the ground, you want platinum. Palladium is soft. I've had them all. Palladium is a whole different ballgame. But bottom line, the demand is there. There's no doubt about it. The demand is there. Let's go to Mike in Loveland, Colorado. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful day in Loveland, Colorado, about 75 degrees.
How
Can't
cool
complain.
is that? No, 75, and you get that blue sky out there. That's pretty intense.
Yep, it's great. Speaking of Loveland, we have a small company here that's revolutionizing the veterinary services,
Okay.
and it is called Heska.
Let's take a look. So, Heska, they discover, develop, manufacture, markets companion health products, dogs, cats, horses. They offer diagnostic patient monitoring equipment as well as diagnostic laboratory products. Okay, so the lows, 32. The high is 110. Your PE's 48. Okay, so, oh boy, this thing got smoked, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that was earnings day. It got hammered 20% high to low, and now it's starting to recover.
Okay, so let's take a look at this for a second. So, now do you own
Today
this?
looks really good.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. Today looks really good. Wide price spread, accelerated volume. It looks like it's rejecting the price from 2 days ago, so that's why I called.
Yeah, it is. What you now, when you get a hit like this, meaning, so folks, when they bring this back in April of 2016, it's $26. So you go up fourfold. What you haven't done yet, Mike, is test that low. That low is going to get tested.
Okay.
I would, if you're going to buy more, or I would wait until that thing gets tested so you can see. Bottom line is, are there more sellers? At that level, because that's
Sounds good.
A regular counter trend bounce can get this up and test the 101. But if you test that on light volume, then you're going to go right back down to this 8701 area.
Okay. I like the company. I just don't want to. I don't want to buy too soon.
Yeah, and what you have here is, evidently they're. Let me just see something, because you're paying 48 to 1. I just want to see what their growth is for a second. Yeah, their growth is nothing like that, just so you know.
Okay.
They're averaging like 6% a year. And you're paying $48 for $1. So,
Okay.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great one, man. Have a safe one. What has happened, folks, which is pretty amazing, is that this pet business, though, is a monster. It is so huge, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And what does happen, and this is where people will pay just about anything for their pets, and it's a huge number. So I can see where folks want to get into that business. There's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look at the volumes as we come in here, because what we have out here today is this. You have the test of the high in the Dow Industrials. The Dow was the last one that was trying to get up into that high. And it looks to me like you're going to have a test with about 800 million versus 1 billion. That's going to be a failure on price, failure on volume. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 10, Nasdaq's up 23, S&Ps are up 1.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 22. You get the Nasdaq up 14. S&Ps are up 1.5. And, of course, starting at 5 o'clock, we're going to get news coming in from the UK. And it looks like, reading through what we have here, we'll have the final result by tomorrow morning. Before our markets open, because what they're saying here is that last time around, the final results, which come in from the English Midlands, is at 1:50 a.m. their time. So, bottom line is that I expect we're gonna see how that shakes out. Right now, you know, the market is projecting that Theresa May will get up there, and we'll see whether that moves the currencies at all. Bottom line, she's definitely not going to have, if in fact she gets that, she's not going to have the lead that she thought she was when she turned around and decided that she was going to call for a new election. Because the deal about calling for the new election, folks, had to do with strength going into the Brexit negotiations. That was what that was all about. Now, she actually had more strength before she started this than she's going to have right now. That's how it seems to be shaking out. We get open. We take a look at the U.S. dollar as we're coming into the closeout here. Dollar is 96.970. And, you could get a counter trend bounce to 97,700, but there's still no strength there. The IWM, which we were talking with Basil at IWM, that you talk about a move out here today. The IWM moved up $2. We're at 140.98, and bottom line is that that high is game to get tested, 141.81. The Dow gave it up in spades. It looks like more than likely, I guess, it was the financials that really took off at noon. And then they still stayed pretty high, but the bottom line, something gave it up inside the Dow, because the Dow had got up to 21,265, and it literally only stayed there. It's pretty intense, actually, looking at this. At 12:10, the Dow went up 46 points, and then it went up an additional 20, so it went up 65 points in 20 minutes. And then it took another 40 minutes to get right back downtown. And on both occasions, if you look at the DIA, so the DIA, of course, has the volume behind the move. When we went topside, you got topside with, on the 10-minute this is, 79,000 shares, and then we came downtown, you did 36,000. Bottom line, wasn't been able to hold higher price. The volumes on the NASDAQ composite out here right now, we're at 1.9 billion, so that's going to do a good 2.2 billion, and that's also saying that, guess what, you're at a high, so it looks to me like the NASDAQ's going to close over all the highs. The last even intraday high was 62.92, and we're 63.22 right now. The NDX 100, same deal. Let's see, the closing high is 58.78. The high is 58.88. We're at 58.85. So that also looks like you're going to have a closing high inside the S&P. Gold contract, gold saved itself, folks. Gold and silver both saved themselves. You're going to be coming into Friday, but bottom line, they saved themselves out here today. Gold's trading 12.80. It just had to stay over this 12.73 area. We go take it. Silver's a little more dicey, but it always is. Silver had to get over the 17.45, and it is over it. It's at 17.48. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers. Dow Industrials are up 23. No, Dow Industrials up 9. NASDAQ's up 23. S&Ps are up 1.5. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Love is unconditional. In love, there are no conditions. You love for no reason with no justification. You are free to be what you are, and you allow others to be what they are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 8, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's flat. Gold contract down $12 at $12.8120. Silver down 19 cents, $17.42. They whacked gold, whacked silver, whacked all the metals. Bottom line, they saved themselves coming up that last few hours in the marketplace. Platinum traded down $9.50 at $9.38.10 an ounce. You had copper up 6.5 pennies. Copper caught a bid, $2.61 a pound. Light sweet crude just can't handle higher price, folks. Not only light sweet crude, you're talking about the XLE also. You're talking about ExxonMobil, Chevron. Bottom line, they're already down a good $10 from their high the last 6 months. Bottom line, they look like they want to go lower. Oil, $45.61 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 126.21. 30-year bond down 7 ticks, 155.20. Now, they both rejected lower price, had lighter volume. That's after breaking topside last Friday with wide price spread. Bottom line, 10-year yield is still at 2.19. And what I expect we're going to see out here tomorrow is that you're going to see bonds go topside once again. King dollar up 232 ticks, trading at 96.940. Now, what's going to be intriguing about King dollar coming into a Friday is this, is that King dollar caught a bid out here today. Not huge, but bottom line, this is the first time that it actually could just close over the prior day's high, and you got some volume in the move. So we did 33,000 contracts. You're coming into a lot more than that. You're coming into 46,000, okay? But that being said, it totally makes sense that King dollar should do a counter trend bounce. Bottom line, hasn't yet. There's a start today. We'll see whether it can handle it tomorrow. And if it does the counter trend bounce, your next move up here looks like it's going to be 97.145. So it's another couple hundred ticks. You are coming into 27,000 contracts there. And what does happen is that on a Friday, of course, what you have is you're going to have low contract volume. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You had the SPY out here, traded at a price point of 244.33. You close out at 243.78. Bottom line is that you tested the high of the second. The high of the second was 244.35. We went 244.33. I would have liked to see 2 more pennies. You're doing it with light volume. At this point, I'd say that the SPY hasn't failed yet because I need those 2 pennies. If this was a different market, that would be close enough. But guess what? This is a Teflon market, and bottom line is that it's got to get to that level, then fail. Dow Industrials, however, different ballgame. The Dow ended up closing up $8, 21,182. Now, what the Dow did, the Dow got over the March 1st high, which is 21,169, We closed underneath it. We also got over the high, because the high is 21,225, and we closed under that. The high would be on June 2nd. So if we take a look at your volume characteristic, we did 910 million versus 866. Oh, that's interesting, man. Okay, so what does this say? This actually says the Dow can test that again, because what we didn't do is this, is that the Dow didn't close. This is going to be wild watching this shake out tomorrow, because the Dow didn't close under the actual March 1st high that took so long to get done. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here. Traded to a low of 1273. You closed out at 1281. When gold had taken everything out last Friday on the 2nd, those numbers there, gold over the 1274 area is still saying it wants higher price. Silver, exact same type of setup. They hit silver hard. Silver was down 1.1% for the day. Gold was down 0.9%. Silver's closed out at a price point of $17.49. That had to get over the $17.45. That's what we had taken out on Friday. On Friday, the silver market went from $17.20 to $17.64. We got underneath that whole little consolidation, saved itself coming into the bell. Notes. 10-year note, 30-year bond, same setup. It's quite a rejection of lower price, by the way. So what you have with the 10-year note is that you got down to 126.15. We did, one second, I just had the wrong month contract because it's still rolling. We get down to 126.07 on the September contract. You did 1.2 million contracts, which you're coming into 1.5 million. Bottom line, still want higher price. Pretty amazing, actually. It's quite a comeback, too. So the bond market, folks, is saying that tomorrow, bottom line, bonds still want higher price. You know, we'll see how this shakes out. We'll see that if, in fact, do we get any volume of volatility on a Friday, which would be really different coming into the summer, particularly at the beginning of the summer. You know, after we get to about the second week of August, you can get some volume inside the marketplace right before Labor Day, because what has happened is that the summer has changed date-wise. It seems not only in the school year but also trading. It used to be always after Labor Day. Now, bottom line is it seems to start to get back to work at approximately, second 2 to 2.5 weeks into August. 30-year did the same thing. 30-year rejected lower price. You're trading out here at a price point of 154.09. That's still over the April swing high. They want higher price, lower yield. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up 8, NASDAQ up 24, S&Ps were flat.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 8, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's flat. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each Tuesday and Thursday. Andy has a great show right here at TFNN, folks. 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday and Thursday. Now, remember, you can get this right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. As you hit Tiger TV, bottom line, you're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Andy's also got a couple great newsletters. The way you can get those newsletters, come over to our website at TFNN. You go into newsletters, and you're going to see the Technometer Commodity Report and Daily Essential Equities. Now, the Technometer Commodity Report is a weekly. You can test drive that for a month. You can also test drive the Daily Essential Equities, which is a daily. You can test drive that absolutely free. Check it out on the front page of TFNN.com. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing good, doing good. Busy day in markets. I guess everyone was glued to their TV screens watching this congressional testimony this morning. More of the same probably coming down the pike. But the markets, nothing could stop this stock market. It doesn't matter what happens.
That's what it seems like.
Doesn't matter. You know, you got North Korea firing missiles. Who cares? You got the Russians, all kinds of things. You got stuff going on in the Middle East with Qatar. You got congressional investigations. No,
it's
just
a
keep
Teflon
going
market. Oh, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
Just keeps going. Listen, people have been trained.
It is
Any
until
dip
it
is
isn't.
a buy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was where I was going.
Yeah, right.
And that's going to continue until it isn't. And then, we're going to listen. That one-day sell-off we had back on May 17th.
Yeah.
That was like a one-day wonder. People forgot about that already.
Oh, well.
But there is going to come a day where, that happens, and then the next day is going to be down twice as much.
Well,
they could go, uh-oh.
The Bulls have a point. They've got rewarded for this every single time. So, it's...
Absolutely, absolutely. And, we just have to remember back to how ugly things were in January 2016 when the S&P 500 dropped 11.5% in 6 weeks. Now we're at a much higher level. So, we'll wait and see. And eventually, the market likes to teach lessons. It will teach a lesson, but God knows from which level.
What blows my mind, and it happens over and over again, is that unfortunately, and I don't know why people just don't take money off the table because they're so well trained, I guess. And what has happened, folks, is that the training, in the marketplace from the big funds, the Fidelities of the world and everyone else that, hey, listen, just put your money in there, never take it out, and everything's going to be okay. Well, it's okay if, in fact, you are taking it out when markets are high. But, there's plenty of folks that got toasted and roasted, on the downdraft. And bottom line is that if you were retiring during those times, you're in tough shape, man. So.
Exactly, or if you panic out and sell,
which plenty of people do, and that's
why it happens.
Right.
That's why it keeps going.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, absolutely. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the commodity markets here. Tomorrow is the WASDE report.
Oh, it is,
the monthly WASDE. Yeah, tomorrow, crazy Friday. I don't know why they release these WASDEs on Fridays sometimes. I think it's a little insane.
this WASDE is going to tell us what.
Crop progress, growing season.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about inventories and demand. And that's why we've seen a little bit of a rebound in some of these grains over recent sessions. Actually, corn's done pretty well.
Yeah,
soybeans.
Last 3 days, corn's been on a tear.
Yeah, it's been on a tear, broke out to the upside. Soybeans bounced big from the lows. Excuse me, and wheat's also done well. But, tomorrow we'll find out. Cotton also, big day for cotton tomorrow, which was flirting with lows but moved off them today. So that's out at noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So you get about an hour's worth of trading after the WASDE in the grain markets before they shutter for the weekend. So, keep your eyes on there. There's going to be a lot of volatility there.
Yes.
That's for sure. As far as oil is concerned, that's gotten toasted and roasted, as you like to say.
Yeah.
But, let's keep an eye on those crack spreads, which is showing some signs. I'll put up the gasoline crack. Some signs of maybe a bottom. That's
okay.
The gasoline crack. This is the heating oil crack. And these have been excellent indicators, Tom, of when oil has turned, turned. I'm not saying that that's happening now. They're still pretty low, the crack spreads, and they do have potential for more downside. But, they love to give clues. So keep your eyes on them, in oil. Even if you're a committed bear, put that in the back of your mind.
Sure.
Very important.
Sure.
Natural gas, the numbers came out today. The number was bigger than the market had expected. 106 BCF injection into inventories. But natural gas didn't go down for two reasons here. Well, three reasons. One, we're coming into hurricane season.
Okay.
And anyone who lives in Florida knows that, the potential for that. And what more, I hear you guys have been getting rain for like days and days straight down there.
We have.
And, that's kind of a reminder of the potential disastrous weather that could come over the summer months, which could affect the Gulf of Mexico. That's one reason. Second reason is open interest has been dropping with price since we broke through the 320 area. And when open interest goes down and price goes down, it's not necessarily a technical validation of an emerging bearish trend.
Okay.
And the final reason is it got very oversold, when it dropped out. It was in a 30-cent trading range since March.
Yeah,
and,
it had a volatile day. It really didn't move, though, right? I mean, that's your reality, yeah.
Right. The reality, look, support 293.50, then 288.80, then 252.20. That's where your levels are on natural gas. On the upside, it's the level we broke down from, around the 320 level. So maybe we'll be in a new range here between 290 and 320, another 30-cent range here. But inventories are on course for another record year here.
That's, it's so intense. I said that to Tommy this morning when these numbers were coming out. It's like, I would have a hard time buying natural gas knowing that everything's going to get built up, and then you're depending on either a hurricane or depending on a cold winter next year, right?
Right. You got 23 weeks of injections ahead.
That's amazing.
And it's very interesting. I always start my count when it's 26 weeks ahead.
Okay.
And at that point,
that's a half a year. Yeah.
Right. You needed about 67 BCF each week on average to make a new high. Well, after today's injection, the average number you need is about 62 BCF. So the number's been coming down.
Right. Right.
Right. I mean,
so
we
your
have
probability goes much higher that we're going to have
exactly.
more. Yeah.
We're going to have another record year of inventories. Now, there is a new demand vertical from the LNG, but, listen, the price is higher than last year, and that's encouraging producers to produce more, so more gas is going to go into storage. So, the bears definitely have control of the market, but they just had a nice move, and open interest has come off, and I think that a lot of that open interest coming off has been longs basically thrown in the towel on the gas market.
Okay.
They didn't want to they got roasted, but they don't want to get toasted in case it falls down below 290. So other than that, I mean, the markets are really interesting here. There's a lot more going on. I mean, if you want to talk next break, through the next breek, there's some more things going on in the markets.
Stay right there. Andy and I are going to be coming right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials finished up 8. NASDAQ was up 20. S&Ps were flat. We're going to be right back, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking about our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. We are talking commodities. And, of course, don't forget, Andy's got a great show every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN. And no matter where you're listening right now, if you happen to be listening in your car, radio, remember that you can get us 24 hours a day, all live programming from 9 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to 5, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You go TFNN right on your cell phone, folks. If you haven't tried it, please test it out. It's a great way that we deliver some great HD quality video as well as audio. You go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you're going to see a little box that says your device, hit that device, watch live Target TV, you're up and going. So let's see. Do we get gold up here?
Yeah, well, listen, gold got up almost to the 1,300. The dollar's up today, so gold's down. Right, the yen is down, the dollar's up, gold's down. Listen, I don't view this as any big deal. Look, silver's more volatile than gold, so it took more of a hit. Platinum is a dog. But palladium is, that thing is still close to highs. I don't think there's any. Listen, there's too much going on in the world, and gold does pay attention to that for gold to just, fall away here. I think that, we do see a new high for 2017. I think we're going to challenge the highs of 2016 up at 1377.50.
Yeah, no, I can see that. You know, it's amazing to me. It's amazing that. Never mind, we've been talking about the aspect of, for a couple of years now, that platinum is so low. But it's absolutely amazing that palladium is so close to the price of platinum.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Because at $92.30 differential, this is the lowest differential since 2002.
Okay.
Now there's one thing with the gold-silver spread, okay? I mean, that's an investment vehicle.
Yes.
When we look at that, we talk about that in terms of investment.
Okay.
When we look at the platinum-palladium spread, there's an industrial handle to that,
Yes.
The bottom line is platinum is denser than palladium, and platinum has a higher melting point than palladium.
Right.
So you can use platinum in substitution for palladium. So as this premium declines, I mean, and Tom, for about 5 years, from I think about 2008 through 2012 or something, platinum was trading at $1,000 premium to palladium. All right? So, industry is going to say, hey, we're better off buying platinum here, not only, as a catalyst, but also as an investment. It's kind of makes sense. They will eventually turn on. And the one thing, maybe the thing that eventually ignites platinum will be the expensive price of palladium.
Yeah.
Listen, something's going to ignite it eventually. It's a rare metal. And there's only 250 tons of production a year.
No, I know.
So
and folks,
something will ignite it. And maybe it's palladium that needs to do it rather than gold.
And the run on, I remember, folks, when, palladium was, running out at like basically $190, 198, 202, right around there. I'm talking about 2002, 2003. And there were plenty of, tigers and tigresses, they would call here, I've talked to them, and they were palladium bulls because they were convinced, and when they were right, that palladium was going to start taking platinum's place in many industrial
and it did.
uses.
Right.
Yeah,
it did.
Right.
And let me explain what happened. I mean, I'll go back 10 years earlier than that to 1990. I was running a big bullion dealing operation out of New York and London.
Yeah.
And I had a joint venture with the Russians, who are the world's leading producers of palladium. And palladium was around $80 because it was right after the wall came down, and they were liquidating their stockpiles.
Right.
So it depressed the price to about $80. So what the Russians did, remember, they're the world's leading producer of palladium. They got industry addicted. They got them hooked on palladium like heroin.
Okay.
All right. So now, the Russians are selling palladium at very, very attractive levels, and industry is used to using palladium. So it doesn't, industry can't wake up overnight and say, okay, I'm going to switch now to platinum. It takes a while for them to do so.
Right.
So it was in their best interest to do that. And as they liquidated their stockpiles, but they liquidated their stockpiles and they ran out in the late 90s. And in 2001, palladium was $1,090 an ounce. That's that's the all-time high for the metal.
Wow.
So we're coming back. The next level of resistance in palladium, 912. Above there, it's 1090. And, that's not out of the question. Palladium has been just on a tear since the beginning of 2015 when the price was around $450 an ounce. It's been the best performing precious metal. But I do think it could be the metal that ignites platinum eventually. So keep your eyes on that spread.
It's pretty amazing, man. It really is.
Hey, another important thing today, the House of Representatives is voting on getting rid of Dodd-Frank. which is going to have significance for the market. Probably cause another rally in the stock market if they do it. It still has to go to the Senate and all that kind of stuff.
Right,
So,
and that's why the financials took off today.
Right, right. So I mean, that will affect the markets, and we have to keep. And of course, the great election in Great Britain. Do they have another Brexit in store for us tonight? I'll tell you, if the Labour candidate wins, these markets are going to go crazy. But I don't think it's going to happen. But then again, we didn't think that Brexit was going to go through. So you never know. The British love to hand out surprises, so hold your breath.
No, and that news is going to come in, folks, as soon as Andy is on the air. It's going to start to come in.
It'll start to come in. But, also remember, the polls have been narrowing. They have been narrowing.
They're as of last night, May started
up 20%.
20%. Now, last night was like 5-7. So 5-7 is a toss-up, man, in these days.
I got a feeling that she's going to win by about 10%. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, also, remember, the markets will also interpret a narrow victory as a loss.
Yeah. So,
it's kind of like a second Brexit in a way, but we'll see what happens. I think that the pound, that you'll see some volatility in the pound, maybe in the euro tonight. The big thing is next week with the Fed. We'll see what they do. That's the next thing. We went from Comey to Britain to the Fed.
Pretty amazing. So the Fed, folks, okay, the Fed fund futures rate right now, the probability is 97.8% that the short-term rates will go up on the 14th. So,
my gut tells me, Tom, that's a little too high after that employment report. I think it should be about 80%. I think 97, that's a done deal. There's no done deals in the world of central banking.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
You know what? The other thing is they might hike 25 basis points, but don't be surprised if they say, okay, that's it for the year.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
And then gold, 1340.
Yeah.
Listen,
I think that's where we're going. Hey, on the hearings today, right? What did you think? And if you didn't see these hearings, folks, if you want to take a look at them, but
they're unbelievable.
Well, what did you think about John McCain?
I think he's. How old is John McCain? I think he's like a little behind the time. I don't think he didn't read the newspaper. I don't know what's going on with him.
It's so sad.
I'm a little concerned. It was sad.
It was sad. It was. If you really want to, it was pretty intense, folks, and it was really sad. I thought I was hearing things, and I didn't quite understand it. And I had to listen to it again, and I got to understand it. And guess what, folks? Well, anyway.
He wasn't on point. He was not on point.
He was confused.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's actually
unreal. Sad. Okay, man. Hey, listen, you have a great one, safe one. We look for the show at 5 o'clock.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And as Andy was just and I were just talking, this just come across the tape. Yeah, the House just passed the Dodd-Frank rollback bill, sending it to the Senate. So the House votes to overhaul major parts of the Frank-Dodd law and make sweeping changes to the financial regulatory system. The vote on H.R. 10, the Financial Choice Act, is 233 to 187. 186. So the measure, which now heads to the Senate, which is going to be dead on arrival in the Senate, by the way, would exempt banks from stricter supervision, because banks don't need supervision, folks. We know that banks always do the right thing. They've never paid a fine. Oh, that's right. They've paid billions and billions of fines because they have so many fraudulent things happening. No one goes to jail, all of the above. Bottom line is that, so now the Congress decided, 233 of them decided that they should have less supervision, and in fact, they want to eliminate the regulator's authority to designate banks as systematically important. Okay, so this is so far over the top, it's sick. But it's going to be dead on arrival, as was the health bill as it gets to the Senate. This one's going to be really dead on arrival, though, because what you have here, what I would love to know is that how can you actually look anyone in the face and say that the banks are overregulated when, in fact, they've made more money than they've ever made, ever. They've paid more fines than they've ever made, but yet they still make that much money. Well, the reason, folks, is that what they do and do on a continual basis and have done is from scandal to scandal to scandal. They get away with it. They pay billions of dollars and then they start it over again. And guess what? The battle's out here. The battle's out here to start it over again. We get over and we take a look at, let's go look at the big dogs in the marketplace, and that's, of course, the NDX 100 stocks. You had Google up $2.69 today. That's at a high. That's $1,004. Amazon's trading $1,010. That's at its high. Microsoft, that was flat today, down 44 cents, $71.95. Facebook at a high, $154.71. Apple's the one that's having a tough time here. Apple's still at high, though, $154.99. The star out here today was NVIDIA. You talk about moving, man. NVIDIA went up $10 today. You know, NVIDIA was trading on May 9th at 101. It's up 59% and less than a month. Well, no, actually a month, right? Yeah, a month. We're talking there's an average of 21 trading days per month. So we're at June 8th. Bottom line is that, let's count them actually. So you get 5, 10, 15, 21 days. There you go. 21 days, 59%. And so the MO on this too, by the way, this is one of the write-ups. NVIDIA is on a roll again. The Santa Clara, California chip maker is up 54% in the last month, sending it to the best gain in the S&P index this quarter. While gains aren't new for NVIDIA, which more than tripled in value last year, but analysts are just getting more and more bullish. NVIDIA rallied more than 6% on Thursday as Citigroup said the stock may double in the next 12 months in a bull case scenario. Simultaneously, UPS said it's more positive on NVIDIA's auto sales estimates. Both firms boosted the stock's target price, with Citigroup giving the chipmaker a target of $180, the highest among analysts tracked by Bloomberg. NVIDIA soared since first quarter earnings a month ago showed that the company, traditionally a graphics chip maker, is making progress expanding into a new area like self-driving cars and data centers. Specifically, more of NVIDIA's semiconductors will be used in Tesla's upcoming Model 3 car and its autopilot driver assist. UBS analyst said on Thursday's note. Citigroup said that growth in the data center sales and auto inflection in 2018 is not priced in yet. NVIDIA currently has 18 buys, 12 holds, 5 sell recommendations with an average price of 132, and we're at 159. Short interest is 4.7% off the float. NVIDIA's adding graphics board market share rose to 72.5% in the first quarter from 70%. The take on NVIDIA also, folks, goes like this, is that the whole deal about self-learning machines, it's the NVIDIA chip that's what got them going. That's the chips that when machine learning, they're using that NVIDIA chip. I wouldn't be buying NVIDIA. I can NVDA. There's no reason you can't wait for a correction. In fact, let me just see this for a second. So I believe we got an ABC up. Yeah, we took the B point out, took it out with volume. The real question is going to be, so this is on, let me put this on a monthly actually, because it's probably an ABC up on a monthly too. It is. Okay, so, man, this is intense. So check this out. So technically, oh boy, let's say this. Okay, $24 is your A, $25. Your B is 119. So you're talking about $94 A to B. Yeah, there you go. That's $180, man. We're at 160 right now. This took out the B point on a monthly and took it out with volume. That's 180's game. This is absolutely phenomenal. When you take a look at this, that is absolutely unbelievable. 877-927-6648. We take a look at the higher volume stocks in this market out here. This is what you have. We had Bank of America up 37 cents. You had Yahoo up 5.16. Now, what Yahoo did, Yahoo closed the deal with Verizon out here today, sold off their internet. Now what they have is that they have the Alibaba stock, and Alibaba come out with numbers last night, and that little baby took off like a rocket ship. Okay, so it's pretty wild. Alibaba was up $16 today. The market, the perception inside the market was that Alibaba wasn't going to continue to grow the way that it has. Well, bottom line is that it grew 44% year over year. Pretty intense. Alibaba hit record highs Thursday before the market opens. Shares of the e-commerce giant were up 13%. After the company forecast a nearly 50% year-over-year increase in 2018 revenue. The increase was much higher than the 35.8% growth that analysts had forecast, according to Yahoo Finance. And that, you're talking about a number, Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, you're talking about, you're dealing with a large number, too, not a small number. Alibaba, folks, in 2017, 158 billion. 2016, 101 billion. They're expected to do in 2018, 215 billion. Pretty amazing. And out of that, it's not all China. You have China is 38. Oh, no. Yeah, it is mostly China. 119 billion of that is China. Yeah. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 8, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 2. We get the dollar index trading out there at 232. The euro is at 112. The pound is at 129. Now, what we're going to get out here, starting at 5 o'clock or 6 minutes when I'm Mr. Andy Hecht starts his program, you'll start getting the news filtered in from the UK as to how their election is going. It's expected that you're going to know who the winner is out here within basically 2 or 3 hours, because they're talking about that they're going to have, let's see, so 5, 4 is 9. Yeah, about 3 hours, because they expect that the last votes will come in from the countryside at approximately 1 a.m. their time. And they, I believe, are 5 hours ahead of us right now, so it's 10 o'clock at night their time. So in the next 3 hours, we're going to have that number. That excuse me, folks, that number, whatever happens either way, I expect we're going to get volatility inside the euro. We'll see whether the dollar index moves at all. But yet, if this euro does want to get up into the 116, it's not going to do it in a night. That's for sure. We are at the top of the range, though. The top of the range right now is 112.85. You're at 112.15. If we go over to the Nikkei, we'll take a look at the correlation, Nikkei and the yen. So the yen got weaker today. Nikkei last night got down $75. We'll see what kind of a counter trend bounce that we, not a counter trend bounce, meaning what kind of a bounce that we get out here. What happened with the Nikkei last night is this, though. We got an expansion of volume. The last 3 nights that had gone down, we hadn't got one. Last night, you expanded up to 1.2 billion. So your probability is, which is going to be pretty cool, is that at the beginning, is that you'll have the Nikkei futures up slightly, and I expect you're going to give them up. And if that's the case, let's go over to the yen for a second. The yen caught a bid also. The low in the yen out here today was 109.38. We're at 110.01. Now, that being said, when it actually went up into the 110.38, the high of today, well, that was just ice. That was where it broke down from on Tuesday. You know, so that's a normal bounce in a market that still wants lower price. So we'll see if, in fact, the yen starts making its way down to this 109.86 area. And, of course, what's going on is that we get summer trading. We're coming into a Friday. They whacked gold today. They whacked silver. They both come back over where they had the consolidation. In gold's case, that was 12.75. In silver's case, it was 17.45. Bottom line, you can get ready for some volatility inside the metals market tomorrow, inside the dollar tomorrow, inside the currencies tomorrow. Bonds want higher price. The notes and the 30-year, the 10-year note, 30-year bond, rejected lower price out here, had lighter volume. They're already in confirmed ABC structure on the way up. Looks like they want to go up. The real question is going to be, is it happening tonight? Is it happening tomorrow? And what kind of a trading day do we have out here? What I do expect, the way that the bonds did trade, I expect you're going to go topside. Calendar-wise, what we have is this, is that next week, the next event out here is going to be the Fed short-term rates. And it's baked in, my take is it's baked in the market right now, because 25 basis points, your probability is 97% that they're going to do it. That is June 14th. And that short-term rate, by the way, that's a bank-to-bank rate. It hasn't affected, at the beginning of it, when they said they're going to go up, it did affect the rate structure itself. But bottom line, there's more buyers than sellers. And right now, your 10-year rate is at 2.14. And that, folks, is a very low rate. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Andy Hicks. What's going to be coming up? Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Before speaking right back here, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Look at them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.